I'd like to give it my all to try and win World's Strongest Man.
Colton is the strongest powerlifter ever, and he has now announced that he wants to do strongman, and he also revealed his PED cycle. South Africa has seen a string of wins recently, all from winning the World Test Championship final in cricket, to the World Cup in rugby a year ago, to Ryan O'Neill bringing the first ever world title in strongman back to South Africa, and then Colton Englebrecht taking the record of the all-time world powerlifting total, which is who we are talking about in this video. Mainly about him moving into strongman and his peptide and PED cycle. So Colton Englebrecht caught everyone's attention back in March 2025, this year, when he beat all-time total in powerlifting. He lifted a 470 kilo squat, (260 kilo bench press, and a mind-blowing 470 kilo deadlift, giving him a total of 1,200 kilos or 2,645 pounds. And there's so much more to this. So to mention some of them: 1, Colton seemed to have more in the tank. I mean, especially in the squat and the deadlift. 2, Colton is competing at just 120 kilo body weight or 265 pounds. But his all-time world record in powerlifting is across all weight category, even open class, which means he's compared to powerlifters who's like 20 to 80 kilos heavier than him, maybe 200 pounds heavier. So yeah, he's a relatively small guy. 3rd, Colton is just 24 years of age. He's been competing in powerlifting since he was like 17 years old, so he's going into his 7th year. The 2nd year in powerlifting, Colton lifted a total of 825 kilos. His 3rd year, 930 kilos. 4th year, 960 kilos. 5th year, 1,052 and a half. 6th year, 1,155 kilos. And so far this year, he's totaled 1,200 kilos, which is 45 kilos more than his best last year, and the year's not finished. So a couple of months ago, Colton attended the Mark Bell's Power Project podcast, and he was asked what was his main goals in powerlifting and if he had any future plans in his mind. And first, he would love to lift the heaviest full competition squat, bench and deadlift in the same meet. And as of today, this is another like 170 kilos to his total. And he admitted himself that the bench press record wasn't likely. He would have to bench like 65 kilos more to get there. But the squat is another 35 kilos, which is very likely within a year or maybe 2. And the deadlift is like 17 and a half kilos off, which he probably could do in his next meet, which is in about 3-4 weeks if he wants to. He then proceeded to talk about what was the next sport he would approach if or when he would make his goals up in powerlifting and would want to move on.
After that, I'd like to give it my all to try and win World's Strongest Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Having strongman as my main interest, this was very interesting, and I would love to see Colton moving into strongman. I mean, we've seen a couple of young champions moving from powerlifting to strongman, such as Europe's strongest man, Luke Richardson, and Pavlo Nakonechny from Ukraine. They've both been struggling with injuries, but I'm confident that if Colton for sure could compete at the highest level in strongman within a very short time frame. And I mean, now after Reino winning World's Strongest Man title this year, and being from South Africa, talked about frequently in the national news and so on, I'm sure that this will cause Colton's interest even more. So moving on, Colton was also asked if he had any secret, like the crazy secret formula to why he can compete at this level at such a light body weight, such a low age, when it comes to performance enhancements.
Did you find the holy grail of the peptide, and can you share that with us?
And he didn't really hesitate to talk about it.
I'll go through my whole stack if you so.
Sure.
And I mean, a lot of keyboard warriors would normally think that being just 120 kilos, 24 years of age, taking the all-time powerlifting record across all weight classes, he must be like on all of it, juicing like crazy. But talking or trusting what Colton says himself, it isn't too bad.
It's like 3 IUs of BPC, 3 to 5 IUs of GH. Like this is the most tests I've taken. I took 600 tests, 600 milligrams per week.
He would of course ramp it up, getting closer to the competition day.
600 tests is only the last 4 weeks as well. I'll be running 300 milligrams from the start of my prep. And around week 10, I'll go to like 400. Week 8 to 6, I'll be on 500. And then the rest of the prep, I'll be on 600. 300 milligrams of Matron, peak doses of orals. I don't take them like peak out throughout the whole prep. I took 30 milligrams of D-bol per day, and on my lifting days, I took 100 milligrams of Anadrol.
To summarize, the highest he would go would be like a total of 1.5 gram a week. And that would be the total of 600 milligrams test weekly, 300 milligrams of Mastrone weekly, 3 to 5 IUs of HGH daily, 3 IUs of body protection compound 157 daily, 30 milligrams of Dianabol daily, and then he would add 100 milligrams of Anadrol on workout days as a pre-workout. So, I mean, as a beginner or intermediate, it's quite a stack, but to be fair, it wasn't really that high dosed compared to what I'm aware some strongman and powerlifter and especially bodybuilders would use. So yeah, I think Colton is a very interesting figure, and I very looking forward to seeing what the future holds for him. So yeah, my question for you guys would be, one, how far do you think Colton can take the all-time world record in powerlifting? And two, do you ever think we will see him in strongman? And how do you think he would get on? As you heard, he would like to do it all to become the world's strongest man. And is that possible? I mean, we just saw Rhino taking the world title, and he's not even close to the lifts Colton can put up in the powerlifting events. But then again, we haven't seen Colton in any events comparing to what he would have to be able to do to become the world's strongest man. Thank you for watching the video. I would appreciate a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. See you.